Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, I wanted to give you guys a quick market update as Bitcoin has gotten a little bit of a spill to the downside. Now, I'm not necessarily really worried about this spill down, guys. And if you zoom out enough, we're kind of just going sideways, guys. I know we got a pretty decent rip up on Christmas Eve. We got about a 7% pump. Yeah, that's a pretty sizable pump. But, when you zoom out a little bit, right, we're actually just respecting the ranges that we were looking at on last week before the holidays, just kind of preparing for those holidays in case we saw some crazy volatility. We had those bigger ranges that we were looking at that, if we got the bigger drop down, we had our key levels. If we had the bigger rip up, we had our key levels. Just to give you guys a little bit of peace of mind, right? If you start seeing that volatility, you at least have those levels to look at. And to be quite honest, right, we saw the rip up. Now we're seeing the dip down today. And in the grand scheme of things, I'm going to show you guys that we're just within those volume profiles that we were looking at last week. And we were actually able to take advantage of that in the premium Discord by looking for short setups at these key levels, guys, with the confirmations. And we're actually seeing that short play out right now that I dropped on Christmas Eve, right? Everybody's looking, oh my God, Santa rally, this is crazy. It's happening, right? But all we see is like, hey, guys, we could just potentially be going sideways, right? And that's exactly what happened. We came up to that key level, which is the value area high, and now we're getting the drop to the downside, right? So I'm gonna break this down, hopefully give you guys some peace of mind and some, more importantly, context of what you should be looking at. Get off that 5-minute time frame, zoom out, and see the overall context of the market. We'll talk about the two ranges that we were looking at last week, which are still being respected, and then I'll talk about if something crazy happens, we'll talk about those, next key levels to the upside and the downside. Now, I am obviously still traveling here for the holidays. This is not the Frank Candle studio, but we will be back in the studio on Monday, back to our normal schedule. However, I'm not going to be able to edit this video, so it's going to be a one-take Timmy here. Yeah, they call me one-take Timmy, but we're going to be, bear with me here. I'm on a trackpad. Might be a little rough, but we're going to get through it. I got to get the sauce out there to the Mafia, so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on into the charts. Let's get into it. So, guys, when we come on over here to the charts, this is what we're looking at, right? Overall, here is our volume profile, or not our volume profile. Here's our overall consolidation range. Obviously, you guys know, we got that big move up. We kind of grinded up here. We have kind of this, sideways price action, right? And everybody gets so nervous on these dumps to the downside, not realizing that we've gotten massive rips up on Bitcoin, right? So, all we're really seeing here, in my opinion, is consolidation. Now, could this wind up turning into a much bigger dump? Sure, potentially, where, obviously we do have some key levels down here. Now, I am starting here with the daily naked points of controls, guys. These are very key levels, very strong levels in my opinion. I'm actually going to pull up some other naked points of controls as well. We'll pull up the weeklies. And we'll leave the monthlies off because they're super, super far away. Actually, I might as well just keep them on. But these are the naked points of controls, right? Right now, you can see we're just bing-bonging around on a daily naked point of control, the one that we were looking at I believe last week at about $92,190. We actually had a long setup here on the premium Discord looking for a bounce off this level back up. And we'll show the volume profile in a second. These two daily naked points of controls are confluent with the volume profile that I'm talking about. But we got the bounce from the daily naked point of control, moved back up to the next daily naked point of control. We came back down to the daily naked point of control, got a bounce, and now we are simply rejecting that same naked point of control. So these are the two key levels that we're looking at. Now, real quick, before I jump into the actual local analysis here, guys, and give you the context of the market and what I'm expecting next, I will just say, and this will come back into play once we talk about the kind of lower targets, but just really simply to start that off, if we do, right, now just remember, right, we are essentially just going sideways here, right, like, and I know it's not like a perfect range here, but you can see, right, like we basically just have somewhat of a sideways range, right? Like we're just kind of bing-bonging around here. But if we wind up like breaking these lows, if we start losing 85K, something crazy happens like that, I will say, right, we do have some nice levels down here at about between, $82,000 and $80,000. So, hopefully we don't have to come down there, but I am just saying, like, this is an open doorway to come down to potentially see, $82,000 to $80,000 where we have these next two daily naked points of controls. And I will be dropping a tutorial, guys, if not later tonight, maybe in place of the live stream, because I won't be going live tonight, obviously, as I'm traveling, but I might drop, we have a daily naked or a naked point of control tutorial that I will be dropping either tonight or maybe tomorrow. Let me know what you guys want me to do in the comments down below. But I'm gonna drop a tutorial showing you guys how to get these naked points of controls on your chart, which are great levels to be looking at for trades. And I'll show you just how good they are in just a minute. So those are kind of like the bigger levels, right? We will end up losing 85K, $82,000 to $80,000 might be where we're headed. But we'll get a little bit more into that in just a second. But let me go ahead and pull up these volume profiles. And again, these are not going to surprise you guys because they're the same levels we were looking at last week. Oh my God, Bitcoin's ripping right into the value area high. We get the move. Oh my God, Bitcoin's dumping right back into a golden pocket anchored VWAP as a deviation below the value area low. We get the bounce back into the range. Once we get above that value area low, we look for price to get our move all the way through the range, into the POC, into the value area high. Oh my God, Santa rally, we're going to 150K. We know that that is a key level of resistance, golden pocket, daily naked point of control, value area high, and the anchored VWAP from the high of our range up here. And this is where we were actually looking for short setups in the premium Discord, looking to come in here between about 98,927 and 100,671 with very specific confirmations into that value area high. We had our short box here, looking for those confirmations. We wound up getting them. And what happens? We get the confirmations, we get the drop back into the range, and the drop back down to where? The value area low. Super, super reliable trade. So shout out to anybody in the premium Discord. If you guys are interested in joining the premium Discord, you can check the link in the description down below. Not a signals group. I have to be very clear about that. Yeah, that is just basically what we've been seeing, right? Everyone's freaking out over the pump, and we're just like, well, hey, we deviated below the volume profile. We're probably going to go up back to the high, right? And then we get up to that value area high. Everyone's like, oh my God, Santa rally. And we're like, this is key resistance, right? Now, there was potential reason to be expecting a bigger move up here based off money flow. But as you guys know, recently, money flow has been kind of choppy, right? It hasn't really been that reliable. It doesn't mean the indicators aren't working. It just means that like sometimes you're in an environment where it is going to be much better to just pay attention to the key levels. And one of those things I was looking at on Christmas Eve was on this pump to the upside was like, hey, well, you know, we got this acceptance back into the range. We came up to the value area high. If we're going to break out here, right, you know, we had our 90-minute money flow that was looking to cross over into the green once here. And then again, you know, yesterday it was looking to cross over into the green as well while we were getting that daily green dot printing on Market Cipher B. And we know when you get that daily green dot and the 90-minute money flow crossing over into the green, that can indicate a much bigger trend up for Bitcoin. So that actually wasn't looking that bad. But, you know, throughout most of this bull market, we've seen this money flow absolutely get chopped up, right? 90-minute money flow comes up, and then it comes back down, and now it's coming back up. So you know, not that I'm ignoring money flow at all. I'm still obviously paying close attention to it. But you have to, you know, I am putting more more focus, right, on the key levels, right? We had a lot of confluence up here. We had the confirmations to take that short. We were basically looking for, there were a few things we were looking at for, but for the most part, what we were looking for here, guys, for this short position was entry in or a push up into our key level of resistance, which was the golden pocket, anchored VWAP, daily naked point of control, etc., right? With bearish divergences, right? Very, very simple. It's not that hard, or not. I don't want to say it's not that hard, but it's not that complicated, right? You want to keep it simple when it comes to trading. And this is pretty much what we were looking for. We're bearish divergences here. We got it on the 90-minute. We also got it on much lower time frames with some other confirmations as well. I don't just, you know, short bearish divergences. But we came up in here. We put some bearish divergences in. We wound up getting the pullback, right? And we get that drop down. And where are we looking for price to go here, guys? When we look for shorts within the volume profile, you look to take it from the high, get accepted back into the range, go down to the POC, which is sitting here at 98,173, lose that POC, you're looking to go down to the value area low, right? And you wind up coming down here and hitting that level almost perfectly. Now, I am, as I'm traveling, I'm not actively trading here, guys, but I did actually, I am still holding my short position, or a portion of my short position, from about $106,000, which is much higher here. There we go, right? Holding from about 106,441. Took that short position. Do still have some profit locked in here. We're up about $4,200 on this trade still. This was another setup that was in the premium Discord from a while ago up here. Where we were looking for a failed auction up at these higher prices, again, in context of the volume profiles. So I am still holding that position. I'm going to lock in some profits here right after this video, or lock in some more profits, and I will continue to hold a portion of it in case we get the bigger drop down. But I'm not actively trading here during the holidays, so I did not take that fresh setup. But it was in the premium Discord, but a very, very nice little short position there, right? So with that being said, you know, hopefully this gives you guys context, right? We have our value area low here at 94,954, POC at 98,173, value area high at 99,639. Everybody get, you know, and people like to get emotional, right? On, oh my God, we're pumping Santa rally, right? We just look at this in the context of a volume profile, just like we were back here. Deviation below the low, everyone's getting scared. We came into our long zone. We were looking for bullish confirmations. We got the bounce back into the range, our move back up into the POC, and then back into the value area high, where we then got a rejection. Everyone's super scared. We know the context of the market is this volume profile. We deviate below. We wind up getting a bounce off our long zone once again, back into the range. Oh my God, Santa rally, we're going to 150K. We know it's just in context of our volume profile, where we look for the short position in the premium for a return back into the range and a drop back back down to the value area low. And that is where we're sitting right now, guys. So, when you see all this, especially in a bull market, right? The thumbnails are crazy. Twitter's going nuts. You want to take a deep breath, guys. We're inside this volume profile. We're ranging sideways. Now, again, we'll talk, doesn't mean we can't break out or break down. I'm going to talk about that in a second. But, when you're able to recognize this is how you make money trading, right? Shorter term, right? You're looking for these confirmations below the lows, right? We got some bullish divergences down here just at first glance, right? Like, I'm not saying this is exactly what we were looking for, but like just here, right? Deviation below the low, bullish divergences into your key level of support. At that point, very high probability and low risk trade here to take an entry down here, right? With your stop losses below your low. And then you're looking to target the value area high, right? So this is a very, very nice risk to reward, right? It's a very, very, very nice risk to reward. Let me actually just adjust this, right? This is how you can make money trading short term, right? Look for the long below the low, look to get into the range, fill the range, right? And that's where you're looking to take your final TP, maybe hold a portion of that in case you get a bigger breakout. And then once you come up to the high, that's where you're looking for the short setups, like in the premium Discord. And then the same thing, the opposite of this, you would just look to short this, right? Down to the value area low. Very, very simple. Now, trading's not easy, but the strategies we use are very, very, very simple, guys. And anybody can do it with enough practice. But this is what we're looking at, guys, and we're taking advantage of this in the premium Discord, just trading these ranges, not trying to call the next huge move on Bitcoin, right? It's good for clicks, but, very likely, we wind up in situations like this where we're ranging sideways. So that's the context, right? That's the local range that I'm looking at right now, just to give you guys a little bit of a peace of mind, right? Take a deep breath, right? We got to drop down. We're at the value area low. We deviate below. These are levels that we were at a few days ago, right? Like we dip below this low. These are levels we were at on Christmas Eve, or not Christmas, yeah, almost Christmas Eve, right? We come back down here to 93, 92K. We were here a couple days ago, right? It's not that scary. It's not that big of a deal. And context is very important. So that's the smaller range I'm looking at. Now, also don't forget, what happens if we get the bigger drop to the downside? Now, I want you guys to keep an eye here, right? We're bouncing off this golden pocket right now. If we lose this golden pocket, daily naked point of control, where are we going to be looking down to? Well, once you lose that golden pocket, you're very simply going to be looking down towards that 786 Fibonacci retracement. Where's it sitting? 90,362 is the start of that zone. Well, if we hide our local range and we bring up our overall major range, right, of all of the consolidation here, that range was really only pulled from starting right here. This is incorporating all of our consolidation here. This value area low comes in at about $90,416, confluent with that 786. So just to give you context here, I'm going to turn on that smaller range. We're bing-bonging around here in this smaller range. If we start losing this golden pocket, right, we're probably not going to get accepted back into the upper range. So we turn that off and we look at the larger range. Where's the next key level? Probably going to be looking down towards this. Well, we'll probably lose that daily naked point of control if we come back down here, in my opinion. But if we lose that daily naked point of control, right, we're starting to lose that lower range, right, that lower time frame range. We're losing that golden pocket. We're not getting the bounce off the golden. We're losing the value area low, not getting the bounce off the golden pocket. Where's that next bigger value area low? We turn that local range off. We look at things in the grand scheme of the larger range. And in simple terms, you went to the value area high, you lose the POC. As long as we remain below this POC, this is what we were looking at back last week, I believe. Once we stay below this POC, we're probably going to have a open doorway to that value area low. But this daily naked point of control, the top of our long zone, is holding up good. But if we come back down here again and we lose this daily naked point of control, very simply put, guys, deep breaths. You have your value area low 786, right? You lose that golden pocket, which you can't see right now, right? But you lose this golden pocket, you're simply going to be looking down for that 786 retracement, which I would be looking for long positions down here. Even if we deviated down a little bit below that range, I will be looking for long positions down here. Now, back to the beginning of the video. If we lose this major range, where are we going to be looking down to? Well, we have the two daily naked point of controls at about 82 or 81.8 to $80,000. This is a big level of support. We start losing this. If you guys watch the live streams, we've been talking about this. This is just kind of a refresher, right? We come down to this zone here, two daily naked points of controls. We also have a golden pocket retracement here, a very important golden pocket retracement. Do I have it here on the chart? Let me see if I can pull this up, guys. Yeah, two daily naked points of controls, golden pocket sitting between 82,698 and $80,000. We want to hold that. We lose it. We simply look down to the next daily naked point of control, 786 confluence between, call it 76,535 to 74,935. We lose that. This is where I start to get a little bit concerned, right? But we're very far away from there right now. But I want you guys to have these levels on your chart. And very simply, before I let you guys go, I will just kind of talk to you guys about the upper targets, right? Again, money flow is a bit hard to read. I would say We have the 2-day green dot looking to print here, right? But overall money flow is a little bit choppy. It's very hard to take any kind of conclusive information from the money flow right now, which is why I'm focused more on these volume profiles. These volume profiles have been absolutely hitting. Again, everyone freaks out, and we just look at this in the terms of the volume profile. We know where price is likely to go next. We're not just going, oh my God, Santa rally because we pumped during Christmas all the time, right? Like that's not a reliable way to trade, right? You have to look at the technicals, understand the context, and that's why we're able to call these confident moves in the premium Discord, right? If we wind up breaking out here, I wish I could just say to you guys like, hey, this money flow is coming up. But again, any bullish money flow that I see, maybe a 90-minute money flow crossover with a daily green dot can give us a big move up. But at this point, there's really no clear confirmation on Market Cypher B, in my opinion. And again, like the 90-minute is just a testament to like how choppy money flow is right now, right? Like you just kind of get the into the green, it almost comes back into the red. Now it's coming back into the green. So it's a little bit choppy, but if we did get a bigger break to the upside, I want you guys to have the upper targets that you should be looking at, which simply are the same as last week, right? Like, to be honest with you guys, not a lot has happened here since the holidays. We got the rejection back into our range, and we're just sitting in between. We're just sitting in the middle of our range, like pretty much since the last live stream that we did last week. So, nothing really happening here, in my opinion, other than the short-term trades in the premium Discord. But if we got a big breakout here for some reason, 111 to 114K is the next big target in my opinion. We break that, 123K. I'll make another update here for you guys if we wind up seeing that come in. But we'll see what happens. Maybe we bang bong around here until I get back to the studio on Monday. But if not, now you guys have the key levels to the downside, right? Big level, 81.8 to 89 to $80,000. Big level of support. If we break out, 111 to 114K is going to be the big level of resistance. And then other than that, we're just going to be trading those two ranges, the two volume profiles that I just showed you that we're trading in the premium Discord. So you can copy those levels, put them on your chart, and take a deep breath and understand that Bitcoin is volatile. And let me get my face back up here. Bitcoin is a very volatile asset. So just, try to take a deep breath, stay calm, right? Understand the context and take advantage of those trades when you see the confirmations at key levels. But now you guys have all those key levels, so copy them on your chart. And with all that being said, shout out to the CandleMafia. I hope you guys had a great Christmas for those of you who celebrate. I will be back in the studio on Monday. If anything crazy happens, I will make another market update for you guys, even if I have to do it on my phone. And stay tuned. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you guys want me to drop the MPOC video tonight at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in place of our live stream? Or do you want me to drop it tomorrow during the day? Let me know. But either way, don't miss that video, guys. It's really saucy, and you'll be able to find these naked points of controls to be looking for confirmations to take those high probability trades. And with all that being said, that's all the time I got for today's video. Thanks for watching. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss these market updates. That's all I got. Frank Candles out. Bing, bong.